What's going on, everybody? It's your Birds 007 TV. Before we start the podcast, I just want to give a shout out to Vincent Van Gogh. She did the artwork that you're going to see in the beginning, and she also did the artwork for my profile picture. So if you guys want any artwork done for your channel, for fun, just something to post, hit her up on Instagram at Vincent Van Gogh. Her link is going to be in the description. Make sure you show some love. Other than that, enjoy the podcast.
That can highly favor.
It's not even a button.
All right, are we recording?
We recording, but we live. Back at it.
Okay. Make sure you cut this part out. So we'll
He gonna send this around specifically.
He'll send this around. Okay.
When we start off talking about how 2K21 was super trash and I was disappointed completely.
Oh!
Damn,
Oh!
Ah.
I ain't play.
Ah.
I'll let you know right now.
You gotta learn your lessons. But they
Never
did
mind, Jabri. You got to start the episode on that part.
Yeah,
That's got to
wanna
be
listen.
the first thing people hear.
Like 2K21 sucks.
You ain't want to listen.
No, like real talk, super duty. I was really pissed off. Like I played two. Like this is the only time I've ever like been excited to play 2K. Put it in, you know what I'm saying? Press play, and then cut that bitch off in 5 minutes. Like I was so fucking pissed. Like that shit was real trash, bro. The shot bar,
I heard you
goofy.
get stupid tired in it.
I don't even know about all that because I only played it for 5 minutes. But that
I
shit
told
was.
you, you don't want to listen.
Look, they definitely just copy and pasted that bitch. I'm probably still gonna get the game. I'm really like I keep telling myself I'm not going to, but I already put the bread for the pre-order in. So what am I gonna do now?
I told you that that they didn't care about the last gen. It's gonna be way different for like the
It's just
PS5.
It's gonna be on some PS3, PS4 type shit. How they kind of just like fuck the PS3 completely.
They were
It's
just like, they just threw it out. They just put it out. I was like, yeah, they're gonna be.
I was like, fuck it, niggas is still gonna buy it too. Watch.
Yeah, people gonna get both because I'm not getting both. I'm gonna just wait.
You get both if you buy the one, you get both of them.
True, but I don't know.
Y'all good to go?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Start us off.
Well,
Kick us off, dog.
welcome to episode number 2 of Black and Highly Favored. My name's Kenneth Davis. I'm here with Jabri Singleton, Jaquise Crockett, and Chris Carter. And we're here to talk about stuff.
Is that his real name?
Oh, that's what
We don't want to tell the people his government name. Even though we gave away everyone's name.
So throw me out there, episode 2. You know what?
Nah, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
He doesn't have a common name. Nobody's going to guess it unless they know.
Never. Like, doesn't
Your
never
name's
know.
gonna be in the description. No, I'm just kidding. No.
But yeah, man, how's everybody feeling today?
I look at my Wikipedia and I'm like questioning if I should even put it in there.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
I'm just saying. I remember how everyone in New York reacted when they found out my real name. It wasn't
It
pretty.
wasn't as sexy.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. It's weird. Chris, how's life going, man?
I was good. I'm just working, bro. Today. I just fucking got my vision board together. You know, I split it up a little differently than I did last month. Now I have it like weekly, monthly, yearly, all different plans. So just been working on that all day, trying to find a distribution plan for my music. And
Ooh,
yes, sir.
you're thinking big.
I have
That's
to.
good. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I found somebody to record me for free. Shout out to Code Red. That dude's my nigga, bro. And I'm talking
Shout
about
out to Code Red.
shout out to this, bro. When I tell you, like, best studio I've ever been to, like, I walked in and this man had 6 blunts for me.
Oh my gosh.
God damn, he wasn't playing about that.
Yeah,
At all.
He had like 6 rolled blunts just cooling. You know what I'm saying? Like, liquor, water. Studio was professional, and it's in his house, a basement.
Lean, same thing.
Golly, man. All of that.
This was fire. I was hyped. I don't
Crazy.
No one's gonna ever top that one.
Goodness
You say that now,
gracious.
and next thing you know, you're gonna be recorded somewhere in LA. It's gonna be different.
Nah, because like
Jabri.
it's gonna be different because like that was the first time I was ever
Stephen Berries.
That was the first time I was ever able to smoke inside of a studio, and like that I felt comfortable. And then also like for me, it's like working with people that really want to work with me. You know what I mean? Like that always
that
gets
vibe,
like,
honestly.
yeah, the vibe. Like when
That
I work with
person,
somebody,
you're more likely to try and make music with them instead of
Facts.
if they're
Like,
good or not. You just want
and it's not even like he has some fire beats. Like I liked his energy as far as like like when you record with some people, like they just be like, "Oh, that was a good take," let's move on. Like nah, like he was like he was in there like till 4 a.m. Granted, all free. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was really like fucking with it and like, yo, like that was nice, but I think you could do better. All right, bet.
That's
like,
good though. That's good. That's good.
That's how it be.
Yeah, it was fine.
Jabri, man, how's life going?
What's going all right.
So living out at the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, sitting by Stephen Berries.
Got me some shoes. It's been pretty good. Still doing the whole grinding the whole YouTube stuff. Just putting stuff out. Have some new ideas, new episodes of stuff coming out. Some reaction stuff, maybe. Some funny stuff. So hopefully that turns out pretty good. I'll see how it goes this week if I'm up to it.
Have plenty of content for the people.
Yeah, always trying to make people laugh. Always trying to give people, something to watch at least.
Okay.
Brighten up their day, man.
Yeah, so that's what it's about. Making people laugh, making people smile, and having fun while doing it. So
especially in these times.
Well,
hell yeah.
Fucking money.
We're gonna need all the smiles.
I have made $0 from this. What are you talking about? I made $0 from this.
Nothing.
But soon, like after I think it's like 4,000 watch hours or something like that.
It's like 2,000 subscribers. It'll be there, man.
We only got 3,915 to go.
Hey, man. The grind doesn't stop. You got to put out the content. People love it, and it'll spread.
You better start putting this shit on repeat on your computer.
Make money for myself. Pretty much the electricity bill and the balance out, pretty much.
Like how many emails can you make from one IP address? They gonna shut your shit down.
Hey man, that's your job right there. You should know, ain't it?
Oh, I do now.
Analytics, that's your job.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah. Jaquise, man, how's life?
Oh, well, one, you already know how the Army life goes, so I ain't dive into that. You train
go to work and
start ramping
go to work
up,
and come back, man.
I'm getting as much content, as much music I can make, rebranding my workouts for people. I got like 4 other clients the other day. So I was like, okay, just recommending some of the equipment that I've used to get a good start for myself as well. And then just streaming, man, try to put as much out there because I'm trying to get that 50. I'm trying to get Twitch affiliate before I go into the field and out to NTC. So before Christmas.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay. We got to do some stream stuff together. I haven't streamed in forever, so we got to do some stuff together or something, bro.
Oh, yeah. Get these gaming streets, as they say.
I used to be up there,
That shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. I suck at Call of Duty in general.
Everybody's game to go to. That game is so oversaturated with.
But come see me on Madden. I swear to God, I'm dusting everybody, and I don't care what you say.
You probably will.
Nobody play Madden no more, man.
He said nobody plays in high school.
They putting story modes and shit in Madden. Now it's not even the same thing.
That story mode is fire. Stop it.
I heard it. Look, that's not even the focus of Madden now. Is no longer the multiplayer. They just trying to get out. I like the story. I like the fact that they have a narrative there to keep us there. Because honestly, if it wasn't something else there,
it was gonna die.
It was gonna die. Because it's like they keep stripping the game, and it's like, they know we want an NCAA game.
It's coming.
You ain't never lied.
You know it's coming, right?
For real.
You got to think, like Madden and 2K both just put college teams on their game, so
Oh yeah, they're gonna find a way to do it.
No, they just they can pay college students now. They passed that.
That's what I was gonna say. That was the biggest problem.
Yeah, they passed that. So I'm assuming probably in the next year or two, college basketball is back, baby. college football like that, and niggas will never see me again. I swear to God, bro. Like they didn't even have that my player shit on NCAA on the college one on the basketball, but I wanted it so bad to create a player and shit. You know they're gonna have. You know 2K gonna have one. It's gonna be niggas is never coming outside again, bro. I swear.
Never.
Never.
So, something that you touched on last week, Chris, was the shooting of Mr. Jacob Blake. And at the time, I hadn't gotten too much into it because I was like, to be honest, I was like, fuck another shooting, right? So you get into it, and it ends up leading to more protests. And, you know, you get into the situation, young man shot in the back 7 times by the police when going inside of his vehicle. Now, the optics of this entire situation, just the shooting alone, real bad for the police. Like, it's, you ain't gonna be able to backtrack out of this shit.
Even if they had the rest of the clip, just
it wouldn't help.
Yeah, like no matter what he did, unless like there's literally nothing he could have did unless he just killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? Unless he literally just killed somebody in front of their face.
And now
it's
Mr.
like
Blake paralyzed from the waist down. They don't know if it's permanent from what I've heard, but
it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter. Like his life has changed forever. And it's led to a number of different events. And these events have continued to escalate. Got even worse at protests with a young 17-year-old man named Kyle Rittenhouse. And he's from Illinois. And he drove to Kenosha to be out there to help people initially. And he ended up getting into a situation where he killed 2 people. And I don't even know where to go from there. It's just,
well, it's like I can't even really speak too much on it because
well, we weren't there really.
Yeah, I wasn't there, and like all the videos I've seen could possibly have been edited in a way to make it look worse.
I mean, I know I saw.
And plus, I haven't had any like reliable sources besides which Facebook is unreliable as fuck. Besides Facebook talk about it. So I'd have to really look into that one before I even start going on a rampage, because all I can say is he shouldn't have brought the gun out. He shouldn't have been pointed at people if that's what happened, because that's the information I received, that he was pointed at people.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have rushed him and tried to beat his ass without snatching his gun first, because I don't know about you.
What are you doing?
Never in my life, not one time in my life will you ever see me, Captain Sabaho, go try to fight somebody and not grab their gun out their hand.
You're absolutely right. You're right. You're right.
Speaking on that, there's actually a pretty good video out there by a black lawyer. I got to get the name of it again, but he really just looked at it from a lawyer's perspective of it, you know, staying neutral to the actual law. And it's crazy, you know, he gave facts about, okay, this young man, 17, stays, you know, about 30 minutes away from Kenosha or whatever. And other people that came out to that riot, they were about the same distance, if not a little bit further. And one of the biggest things about what I saw in it was it's a curfew. There was a curfew out. And bottom line is nobody should have been out there. But he was drawn on the fact of all the changing integers in that scenario. So yes, he shouldn't have had that firearm, definitely. But he's allowed self-defense, and he wasn't the initial aggressor in most of those situations. So the people that are attacking him, so he was explaining from what was out there that he was cornered by a whole bunch of people.
They was beating his ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. They was beating the fuck out of him.
It was before the guy with a skateboard had cracked him over the head too. I can't remember that other guy's name, Rosenbaum or whatever his name was. He had actually confronted him and had him cornered and trapped on the ground. So, you know, he shot up into the air to kind of get him out the way. But then, you know, people kept coming back. So, you know, took his shots at him. And then that other guy with the skateboard that was beating him up. You know, a skateboard's not a weapon. It's really not. But in that look, in the context he was using that, he was cracking that kid. He was hitting that young man. So of
it
course,
was pretty bad.
He's gonna shoot Warren off. But then that person who got his arm messed up, it wasn't a picture of it. He actually had a gun. That dude had a gun, and he was trying to actually kill him. So, you know, he ran at him first and then kind of stopped. So
wait. So the dude that got his arm blown off, he had
a pistol. He had a pistol. It was trying to run up on him and shoot him while he was on the ground. So, you know, everybody didn't fully understand. You know, it's a mob. I ain't gonna lie. If you're probably in a mob, you might retaliate just because.
Why was he trying to run up on him, though, if he had a gun? I just feel like if I had a gun, I would have just...
I don't know, man. You got to think, too, in a situation like that.
The biggest regret of not emptying that clip out into that kid while he was on the ground. I was just like, God damn.
You gotta think in a situation like that, too. You have people that may not be, like, I don't want to say, like, trained or conditioned for stuff like that, but, you know, your adrenaline's going. You're already mad at the situation. Right, and then you're at a protest becomes a riot. So then your adrenaline's going, you have a firearm. Those things don't really line up if you're not used to those things.
If you're not trained to handle it.
Pieces up here.
Yeah, and that goes from like every perspective too. The guy that had the AR, the shooter, that goes for the guy with the skateboard and the guy that had just the pistol. Because it's like the guy that probably had the skateboard was probably thinking to himself, like, oh my God, this guy's an AR. This right, he's about to start shooting people, right? So then he thought the attack. And then the other guy that just had the pistol was like, I need to help. And then, you know, that's where things escalated even more.
That shit was terrible, though. Like, that's all I can say.
It's bad. This situation like that shouldn't happen. Like, it really shouldn't happen. I see a lot of people, like you were saying, Chris, I didn't really look into it either that much. Because it's just like, it's such a bad situation, but at the same time, it's like when people go out to these events, throughout these protests, and the protests more than likely are going to become riots, right? Because you know you're angry about shit keeps happening, so of course you're gonna be angry and everything. So you have people that go out to these events and they turn sour and stuff like that, and sometimes it's like you gotta know when to leave.
Yeah, but also like it's like I get what you're saying, like you gotta know when to leave, but when you're fighting for something like this, you can't just. Sometimes you can't just leave.
You're right. And you can't just leave either, but you don't want to end up being
one of those victims.
Yeah, being a victim either because
a statistic.
Yeah, even though that can bring martyrism, you know, like you can be viewed as a martyr as well, but you can do the same amount of work living as well as being a martyr. So you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, but sometimes it depends on. It obviously depends on who you are and your social standing in the world, but. I'm just saying, like, for the people out there that's going through these situations, just make sure you're aware of your surroundings and stuff like that, because you never know when things can turn bad. You never know, like, what can happen, you know, and just be safe out there for it, because I'm not the type of person that's going to go to a protest where I feel like it can become bad. And that's just me.
Right.
And well, that's the thing is, like, you have these people that are coming to these protests that are protesting the protest. Like, why the fuck are you coming to protest the protest? You know what I'm saying?
That's
like, these people are there with their ARs and, you know, speaking their good word of America and the fucking Second Amendment, but, you know, why? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a big question why, but at the end of the day, man, it's your fucking freedom of speech. It's
the right to do it.
It's your right to do it. Even though it sucks like a motherfucker.
But how far does that right to bear arms go? Like when people are, you know, and it's not just this situation. Like I don't know too much about this situation, but I read about one in Portland, I believe, or maybe it was Washington, where some white male was pointing his AR at people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I'm out with my kids, that's probably the one time you would see me fight somebody with the AR in their hand. Because
I mean, honestly,
you
fighting for your family and he's waving it around. So to me, from my perspective, a person without an AR or probably not strapped, he looks like he has the intent to kill if you're going to wave that barrel in front of me. So exactly. I'm going to do what I can, Tyler. One, get that barrel away from my family, or I'm taking them out. That's just bottom line to it.
Exactly. And then the fairness of it, you got to think like, you know, which I'm not saying this happens every single time. There are black people with ARs that walk around and, you know, they get to enjoy their freedoms, but I feel like it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like if I walk with my AR downtown, I'll probably get stopped a couple times compared to where if Johnny walks down a couple times, he's not gonna get stopped. They're not gonna say nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna press me and ask me if my guns are registered. You know, you get me? They're not gonna press him and ask him if his guns are registered. They're just gonna assume, just like that white kid, he ran straight to the police and they didn't do shit about it. He just killed 2 people. You know what I'm saying? Because they figured he was with the other group and that he was fine. Yeah, I see it, Kenny.
Hell yeah.
I don't.
It says.
He blind. He blind.
Oh no, I see it.
We probably just
Because I didn't move my mouse. Yeah, I didn't move my mouse.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
don't know what I should do with that, but y'all keep talking.
Yeah, I mean that's just what it is for me. It's like I feel like, you know, we don't get those same freedoms. Like I even seen a video that was kind of making fun of this white. It wasn't really making fun of it, but they were like, you know, there was this white guy that got pulled over by the cops, and he was like screaming at the cop, getting out of his car, and you know, jumping at the cop, making threats. And then there's Jacob Blake just walking to his car and then gets bodied completely, 7 shots in his back.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, there's this big male who's just sitting there screaming at these cops. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. But like there's a lot that goes into these too. Is like you also like some cops are more smart in those situations. Some cops are, you know, they know what to do in those situations where other cops was just it seems that, you know, just black people seem to get those cops. But all the cops that, you know, they're usually dumb or they don't have the right training or, you know, they're not, you know, they're scared for whatever reason. You know what I mean? So it just seems to happen more with black people for a lot of situations than it does for anyone else.
And I've seen videos too, like they'll try the law. They'll try to say, oh, you're in violation of this according to this. And it's like, well, that's not true. I actually saw a video. I forgot who the black woman was, but I think she was a Supreme Court, I believe.
I think I know.
And you know the law. You know the law, of course. If you're in the Supreme Court, you know the law. You know everything about it. As opposed
I would hope so.
A cop, yeah, right. As opposed to a cop, you know, they have such smaller training that's not as, you know, specialized in that area. And he tried her, and she rolled the window down and just let him have it. And he was just like, "Oh no, I'm good. No, there's no problem." I was like, "Nah, man, you just tried to cause a whole problem. You didn't know the whole situation." It's because she had they have certain tags on their car, so he was trying to like, "Oh, you can't have these here or whatever." But I was like, man. I see it all the time where a cop has a shorter training compared to someone a lawyer, and they try to enforce something that's not true. And it always makes me think of like, well, where did you get that sense of being above everybody, no matter who it is from? Like, honestly, cops and police are not there to like instill justice. You know, that's not their specialized field for things, you know, and it shouldn't be because they're just trying to do everything and they do it wrong. Yeah, not all of them, granted, just in these times now, it just seems like there's so much wrong going on that's taken away from all the good that's actually happening out there. Because I guarantee you there's so much good going on right now, but it's just being covered up or not covered because it doesn't fit anybody's agenda. It doesn't fit.
Mm-hmm. But you touched on the training time for police. I read this article, it was this morning, it came out, and it was saying pretty much how I think the average time for police officers training in the U.S. is about like 21 weeks, 22 weeks. Well,
yeah, and the other one
is like 2 years or something like that. So I saw that on Facebook, and I just looked it up, and there was like a whole article detailing it. And I was like, I think that's crazy. I mean, like 21 weeks. Granted, we probably have more. We do have more police officers than most other countries that have a population more than us. I would imagine, right? That would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes about sense.
But in the countries they listed, it was like 2 years, 2 years of training, or 2.5 years training, or 1 year of training, and it makes me think like, dang, you don't really hear stuff like this happening, like in like European countries and stuff like that. Granted, because you know they have
their laws are super strict though.
Yeah, their
too.
laws are more strict than
they can't even have guns in
Britain.
Yeah,
UK. You can't
play
have guns
that.
at all.
I got a shit, bro. I got a shit.
They could have smacking people with sticks.
Yeah, like they're crazy over there, and it's like over there to where you have like we're always in like black people are always in the news for stuff involved with the police. Over there, you would think that if not black people, then it'll be like Muslims, because there's a lot of like refugees all throughout Europe that are running from the Middle East and stuff like that, and they really don't. You really don't see that happening over there with them. Like you don't see
Because I mean, you gotta think their government's different completely too, though.
true.
Like, our government is like built off of complete lies, like legitly.
You don't think any other countries?
No, I'm not saying
do
that.
it
I mean, no country is perfect. Nobody's perfect. No, I'm sure the governments over there are probably
Right, Hannah Montana.
as bad.
In
as,
Montana.
you know what I'm saying? But like, what I'm saying is there. I feel like those governments are a little bit more trustworthy than ours. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, go to Brazil and say that.
I mean, yeah, like I said, not every single place, but they're like, for instance, most countries don't even have credit. Why the fuck do we have credit? You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly you don't need it. Like, there's a lot of things that other countries do that we don't need to do.
We're also the leading capitalist country in the world. So
yeah, and we have a lot, bro. If you put it in perspective, man, like we have a lot of fucking people here.
We have a lot of people.
Like we have a lot of, and do you look at the countries that are similar to us, like China and Russia, like places like that? You got to think the way they're run is not what we're based off of. Like China pretty much is a dictator.
I wouldn't last in those places. Like,
yeah, so it's like
we get a lot of. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying America is all complete trash. It's just a little trash, or maybe maybe like
moderate trash.
If I had to compare it to like dumpster truck or just a regular trash can,
garbage fire.
we're like a dumpster behind Five Guys. You get me?
Like a dumpster behind a strip club.
Yeah,
but like a strip club in like a high-end neighborhood.
Yeah, like it's also
like a trash can behind Magic City.
Yeah, exactly. Like America is a trash can behind Magic City, and just because of just how they treat the people, like I said, a lot of secrets are held worldwide in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just our government. The other governments do a lot of fucked up shit too, but it seems like our government be doing some wild shit. Like
people make up all of these conspiracy theories.
No, it's
but you don't need to even make the conspiracy. It's the true stuff that's like the most wild.
Go to I went to the CIA website and was just reading shit just because like one day I was just high as fucking bored. So I was like, you know what? Let's just
you shouldn't do that.
You're trying to find Illuminati.
Yeah, so I read some CIA shit and they was talking about some crazy shit. Like, like they literally just flat out was like, aliens are real. You know what I'm saying? Aliens are real. We fucked with them a couple times.
You seen the video that they released earlier this year? It was like declassified.
Yeah, but all that shit was like black and white. I don't get it. It's 2020. Stop playing with me.
So
that was just a new teaser for Call of Duty.
So it's the classified. So that doesn't mean it came out this year. It could have came out like
I know that video was like
30s or some shit.
52. Like
they just said it's okay that you can review it, you can read it, you can watch it now.
That's probably one of the first videos that had strapped to a plane, man.
Bad, bro. They like the motherfuckers had a Sony camera duct taped to the tail of the wing.
Had a guy reaching back there moving it around.
It was like that motherfucker was bad. Like, I watched that video. I was disappointed as fuck. I was like, nigga, that could be anything at this point.
The Wright brothers strapped that camera on themselves.
A frisbee right underneath the fucking camera.
Man, somebody could have been throwing some trash out of the top of that thing. It was just
like, like there it is, and they're following it around and shit. Like,
that motherfucker look bad. Like, nah, for real, on some real life shit. That shit did. It was that motherfucker was spinning and all types of shit. I was like, all right, this shit's real. But people still, and it's crazy because like they put all this evidence out. Like I was reading about how they dose people with LSD, which everybody already knew about.
MK Ultra.
Yeah, MK Ultra. Like this is shit that the CIA has literally put on their website that people can anytime go read about.
COINTELPRO. All of this stuff is real. Like
all types of crazy shit.
The syphilis experiments,
imagine what the fuck, like, and that was back then. So imagine what the fuck they doing to us now. Like, and they're not gonna release this shit for like 60 years and be like, I mean, it was 2020, it was crazy.
Now, I remember on the first episode, me and you, Chris, we kind of had this exchange, and I said, things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mm-hmm. Now, contextually, I have to say, while things have been way worse for Black people in the past, way worse in comparison.
Yeah.
Stuff like what happened in Kenosha probably wouldn't have even made the local news.
Yeah, they
Had
were
just been on a normal
dragging niggas
occurrence.
by the fucking on their trucks. Niggas,
But
tying niggas up in their trucks and dragging niggas through the city like that shit is OD.
yeah, I'm here.
It's not funny, bro. What the fuck?
It's not funny.
It's not. It's really not.
Yes, your delivery
It's not funny
Chris,
at all.
fucking, see, we're horrible, man. Oh
But
my god.
I will have to say that right now, when have we ever been in a point in history in the last 20 years where somebody gets shot and we immediately have riots?
Well, that's
Like-
because we never had this kind of coverage though either. Everyone has everybody
That's
in
yep.
the world
Since
is
the 90s.
huh?
We've never had anything in the year 2020 in comparison. The only periods that could compare to this are all in the 20th century.
Yeah, because like I said, like the social media is at an all-time high right now. Everybody, especially with everybody being at home with Corona, nigga,
Right.
everybody's seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah,
why.
you got a phone, you're gonna see it pretty much.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like you literally like.
Yeah,
Nigga, I don't even get on Facebook as much anymore, just for the fact that like every post is about either some racist white person saying Black lives don't matter, all lives matter, or some black guy
Relationships.
yeah, or just some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this year is like just social media is crazy.
with you saying that, I also would like to take this moment to give a shout out to a young woman that you may know very well. Shout out to Miss Elizabeth, because she is a warrior in these streets.
Yeah, I'd be seeing her on the post, man. She be out there. She be out there.
Shit. She be on their ass. She does not play. I fuck with her happy for that.
He does not
I mean, you should.
back down.
Even
Like,
regardless.
she talk about
That's
having
your fucking
time.
wife.
I didn't want, we already knew that, but I was just trying to keep that line steady.
My fault.
No. Shout out to Biz. Hey, Biz, shout out to you, shorty.
Pulling up to that, we got the NBA protests, which lasted an astonishing 2.5 to 3 days, but they are not letting up yet. They're not going out easy. They kept playing, but they have some conditions that they want to see change before they can continue on with the playoffs. How are y'all feeling about this protest? Is this something that y'all think is going to be long term? And how do you think NBA players in the future are going to look back at something like this?
Now, I'm gonna say this first, right? I knew as soon as they went on protest that there was no way that they were gonna cancel the season, and it's not because of the players want to win a championship or not like that. The players, they support the movement and everything like that. If anything, if you were to take groups of people in terms of like sports, entertainment, whatever, like celebrity type of stuff, they've been the most active group of people, like most outspoken group of people. And but money, like he was notioning because they put up. I think if they weren't in the bubble, granted the playoffs will be over already, right? Almost.
No, I think it's pretty much. I think we're like a month or two off.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how shit works anymore.
I don't know. But if it was like normal, like a normal season, normal playoff time, something like that, stuff like this is happening, and they stopped playing games, they could have stopped playing games for a long time. But because they went down to the bubble and they invested so much money to get down there for not even like the test, but I'm pretty sure they had to work through with Disney and ESPN for like coverage and payment. And if they didn't play, that would affect their TV deals and with the
yeah, think about the owners too. They pulled all the players in there and said, "Listen, motherfuckers."
Because there was only two teams. There was only two teams that didn't want to play, and those two was the Lakers and the Clippers, and those are the two teams that are probably
no. It was the It was the Bucks in Portland.
No,
The Bucks. The Bucks.
when they had the meeting, they had a meeting
Oh,
and where they voted.
First meeting. Yes.
Oh,
When they
okay.
voted,
Yes.
and the only organization that voted to not continue the playoffs was the Lakers and
Clippers.
the Clippers. And it's crazy because those are the two teams that have the most chance to win the whole thing. Honestly.
Yeah, Kawhi. I was actually really disappointed in Dallas today. Sad day for Dallas.
Yeah, I watched that game, and I
didn't.
no
I watched
better
10
than this.
minutes of it, and I seen the ass whooping coming, and I was like, I don't even want to see this.
I knew that once first thing was
seen
down,
it
I knew
coming.
they're gonna lose. They're gonna bounce back next year. I can see them getting to the semis
Yeah,
at
for
least.
sure. Especially if they get them, bro. If they get like a decent point guard, which they already Luka is a point guard for real. But you know what I'm saying? If they get like a decent point guard or just another like really strong, solid piece, small forward maybe,
They're pretty good.
I can see them definitely rocking the next year. They could probably get I think they can go to the finals next year. They have a really good chance. That boy is nasty. I'm kind of I wonder how sports and concerts and things are going to be next year. I wonder if they're still going to have this bubble. Are they going to do that for college sports? Because, I mean, you can't because everyone's in school, you know? So it's like, how are they going to do all this? How are they going to juggle all this?
I don't know.
It's a
I
good
don't know,
question.
but I think the NBA handled
Very
not just
well.
the bubble, but the social activist part of it as well. Like
I
they
thought
really
that
handled
I'm
the whole
actually really
movement
proud
really
of
well.
I'm actually really proud of the NBA because
I bet you they're happy that you're proud of them, Chris.
they should be. No, but as a fan, I'm real life proud of them. Like I think that it was really dope for them to, even though like for me, I felt like them postponing for like 2 days. I was like, oh, that was kind of weak because, like I said, it only lasted 2 days. It didn't really, they didn't do a lot of. I feel like it didn't do as good as it would have if they would have just canceled it. Like it sucked, but I was okay with them canceling the season. Like I was like, all right, well, cool. Like because they're doing it for a cause. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're always told to like that one lady from that news play, like shut up and dribble or whatever she said.
Oh my god! I think she's fired. I think she got fired after that. I don't remember.
I hope so.
Oh, I thought you said she was fire, as in like she was hot.
Nah, that bitch is ugly. Sorry, I can't keep calling women bitches on here.
Bro, you gonna
but
them views gonna go.
Yeah, people start fucking with your music.
Yeah, as soon as I said what's her face's name, it was over. The episode was canceled.
Oh my god.
You're gonna see a John FBI symbol pop up.
Jabri, you're gonna have to put in like a funny bleep in it. Like honk horns and
yeah,
I
just
said quacks.
Yeah, quack. Some crazy shit.
I thought something. But what you think, JC? You think that they did the right? I mean, there's no right or wrong thing to do. I mean, it would have been.
I feel like people would have been mad if they didn't do it though, for real.
Right.
If they would have canceled the season.
No, if they hadn't have done the protests, like I feel like people would have been mad. I would have been like,
okay,
I would have kind of looked at them like, the fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
think about it. They got, as an NBA person, as someone in the limelight, you have so much more power and influence than you really think. Even if you're not famous, you got little kids around in your community. They probably look up to you guys, and you probably don't even know your brothers, sisters, and you find out somebody else, they've been looking up to you the whole time. So you're like, why are they acting like that? But they have so much influence. And yes, it's good that, they're being aware of the situation and not just being stuck in the world of basketball. They're actually getting out. So one, helping in their communities is always a great thing. It shows that they truly care about where they come from.
mm-hmm.
The only sucky thing was that the protest was pretty short-lived, honestly. I thought it would have gone a lot longer than that, or the season would have been canceled. And I think what was a compromise I saw about it, that they're going to set up the stadiums or the NBA centers really as like voting stations and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, that's something else that's come out of it that's really good,
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. It was kind of just like, for me, it was like I didn't really see the demands. It was just when I first saw the pop up, it just seemed really fast because it didn't seem like it didn't seem like they really got their point across. Like it was like one day, all right, we're done. Next, like a day and a half later, it was like, all right, season's back on. And I was like, That's just because they didn't say anything about that. That's like the first thing that pops up on your phone. ESPN, just like NBA season's back on. I was like, fucking sell out.
You had to if you wanted to really know what was going on, you had to really like because I was following this like closely because I wanted to know like if the season ends, what are they gonna do as in regards to like what are like so to say the season ends, what are the players gonna do with their time now? Are they just gonna go back to protests? Are they gonna do more?
They
like,
go back to the 2K COVID tournaments.
Like that.
They're gonna go to sleep. They're gonna sit and eat honey ones all day. That's what they're gonna do.
But they voted for it though. That's the thing. That's like they had a lot of meetings. The team meetings. They had Michael Jordan as a representative. Which okay.
Wow.
Okay.
He represents something. I don't have nothing in front of me to see.
He came in there and was like, "Yo, I respect what y'all doing. They respect what y'all doing. But what about this bread, yo?"
Low-key, that's I really feel like that's all it was because they don't want to. What is it? Their CBA, their channel agreement with like ESPN, TNT, and ABC. They don't want to. If you don't have a certain amount of like games played or something like that, or they can't have their stuff on TV. It like messes up the CBA and they have to redo it. And I guarantee you that's why the owners and commissioner was like, if we don't continue to play, that's going to affect the entire NBA in the long run. And shout out to Milwaukee because if Milwaukee played that night, I guarantee you that no other league would have probably like sports league would have like done anything. They would have just had that game. That was a hasty position.
I'm about to say hasty position. That was a hasty decision.
Yeah, because if they would have played all the sports teams, like not just in the NBA, but in WNBA, the MLB. I think hockey was like canceled too. I think I heard something about golf, but they would have probably still had their
golf too. I didn't know anybody was actually watching that.
Hey man.
Facts. That shit didn't change at all. Like, there's still 5 people in the fucking game.
There's 5.5 people, man.
That shit didn't
play golf before I watch it.
But it's like,
that shit's boring as hell.
Props to Milwaukee for stepping up. But like a lot of the players are mad that Milwaukee didn't come out and say that they were gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? That they just kind of did it, and it kind of like made the Magic look like they didn't give a fuck.
I mean, it looked like some
because it was like imagine you're on the Magic, right? And Milwaukee decides to not even come out to the floor, and you're out there shooting around, and you're like, "Where are the other teams at?" Oh, and then you hear that they're like, they're not playing tonight's game, and due to protests, and you're out there just like,
yay.
like you're just like, dang, there's one it takes one person to be like, man, the Magic is a racist team. It takes one person to say that shit and people will run with it.
Motherfuckers just stand on the court shooting around like, yo, where the Bucks at? Nigga?
The game starts in 5 minutes.
We came here to get down and they coming up in here late. What's going on with the NBA right now, bro?
Like what? I would have been scared, bro. If I was in the Magic, I did imagine not playing and then coming back and then getting blown out. And the game, like getting blown out. Like anyway, it didn't even matter.
You had like 2.5 days to get that extra practice in, and you still got blown out by the Bucks.
Yeah, I think most of the teams actually didn't. I don't think they practiced that much. No, I think they might have practiced one day, but I heard there was like in the meetings all night and stuff like that. So I really
they don't get time to.
Yeah,
Giannis is impossible to stop anyway. I can't think of.
Kawhi stopped them last year.
Yeah, but that was last year.
Yeah, you're right.
Like times change.
They're facing the Heat. I don't know. The Heat, they're 2-1 this year against them, so we're gonna see.
That's also regular season.
True, but they know how to stop them though. And plus, Middleton's still playing like doo-doo.
Like I said, I've never seen anybody like hold Giannis under 20 points. For like at least unless he played like 12 minutes, but I literally haven't seen this. No, like real shit though. Like when's the last time you seen Giannis under 20 points?
Like 4 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. If you hold that man under 20, then you're not really stopping him.
Hey, he can score as much as he wants as long as I'm stopping the rest of his fucking team.
I mean, shit. Everybody's already stopping the rest of his team, so all he has to do is score. If this nigga runs down the court and dunks on you 12 times in a row and you shoot 2 3-pointers, you're still down by 6.
This man is literally a deer, bro. He's a whole deer. Like he's
a buck.
Don't say that, man. That's racist.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's a racist term, man.
That is a race. That is a racist term.
I never heard
But
that.
in the context, he is a part of that team.
He's just that dude's a monster. I think he's clearly gonna be like the next LeBron, and he's gonna be unstoppable for like probably the next 10 years of his career. And I'd say in about 4 years, everybody on this panel is gonna hate him because he's gonna beat every one of our teams.
Of course, he's beating my team.
Yeah, my team's getting smacked by Houston right now. I mean, we got smacked. Yeah, it was bad.
Y'all have Zion. What are you talking about?
Who?
That's not gonna save us, bro.
Yes, it is. He's like,
No, it's not.
How you not believe in your own player, bro?
I believe in Zion's ability.
you're
But
tripping. You
for
are
what type of player Zion is, as big of a guy as he is, how long you think he's gonna be healthy?
Before we continue,
A dude that big
Hold on.
jumping up,
He's getting his
come
body
down on the knee.
what is today's date? Today is August 30th, 2000.
Yes.
When we're on episode 113, we're gonna have this conversation again.
We're gonna have this conversation.
So, I'll be like,
I very much believe in Mr. Zion Williamson,
You
but
should.
as a team, we have to refine. We have a lot of players that need more development time, and we need that refinement. We need that extra time to kind of come back to center, because the Hornets / Pelicans have a long history. We have like the highest rotating change outs of lineups in recent years.
Suck, but
y'all don't suck no more. Y'all don't suck no more.
But as far as injuries and stuff like
you guys are good.
we've had the most starting lineup, some of the highest outside of, I think, Dallas.
Y'all would be good without Zion. I believe in
No, stop it. They'd be okay. Brandon
I
Ingram's
think they'd be okay. They'd be like 8th seed without Zion. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Zion, they could be like 5th.
Okay, I thought you were about to cap and say like 2 or 3. I'm about to say
Like 2.
In the West.
I was like, what? I was like, what? They could be better. They could be better than this.
I'm gonna say one thing for Zion.
What's that?
He's watching right now. So make sure you.
Yeah, 26 points in 12 minutes. 26 points in 12 minutes. That nigga's gonna be nasty.
At his best. I pray he's at his best for as long as it lasts.
Like a full game. Like he's played a couple, but
just going back and forth the whole time.
That's what I'm telling you. Next season, first game of the year, I'm calling it right now. 30-point game.
Is it Chris
30 points?
30 points? How many rebounds?
6.
6.
I think you start selling them on.
I'm gonna put up probably about
a lot of buckets. It's gonna be tired. You know what I'm saying?
At least 10 rebounds.
If he comes in the next season tired on the first game, I'm gonna be mad because this man had the shortened season all the time. What was it? 2 months, 3 months?
You also think Cuz almost still won the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
nigga's nice. I would have gave it.
He's a nice guy.
With you.
Hell nah, bro. I don't know about you.
If I had to pick between John Morant and Zion, I'm grabbing Zion every single time. I don't care if that nigga only plays for 5 years. That nigga's a monster.
Look, they're both from South Carolina, so that I represent both of them because I'm from South Carolina. But
me too.
John Morant I like John Morant way more. Zion's better to watch, but I like Zion. I like watching John Morant more, but Zion's better to watch.
But John Morant seems like he's not really good with how he comes down on his landing either. I don't like the way that.
Moving on to the next topic, man.
Yeah.
Every time this man dunks on somebody, it comes to the ground. He looks like he tears his ACL every single time.
I mean, they're young, man. They were 19. 20.
I know you've seen Love and Basketball. That's what happens every time he comes down.
Facts. Derrick Rose was also young and athletic at one point.
Yeah.
I think Derrick Rose is more athletic than John Morant, though.
I don't know. John Morant's nasty with it. He's skinny as hell.
But
like Derrick Rose had like at least like 200, 205. Like John Morant's like 170 and still yamming on people like he's like 250. Like the dunks, even the dunks that he missed were amazing to see.
Yeah, he was dunk contest material.
Yeah, like this man almost yammed. Like he put his whole nuts on Kevin Love's face, and Kevin Love just had to go. Like he just went back on the bench.
Got posterized.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah,
you can't do that like you used to.
You gotta think, cuz is 175. I'm elbowing his skinny ass in his stomach and calling it a day.
Get her flag and be like, I told y'all before the game started. If you dunk on me, I'm fighting him.
If he dunk on me, he's getting his ass beat. And I'm not playing around.
I don't care how old he is. I'm gonna fold his ass. What happened?
He just fell out the chat.
He's gone.
Damn, I ain't even fell out the chat yet.
Oh,
I'm the first one to go.
Did we just did we keep going?
Yeah, man. So we got to take this time to transition into this was supposed to be a more serious episode, but this is the most serious topic. And I came upon this topic when I was getting everything ready for this, and that is the death of Mr. Chadwick Boseman. This one hit me like a rock because
JC, you might be muted. I think maybe
he might be.
No, I'm not muted.
Oh, you just don't want to talk. Sorry, bet.
No,
I'm texting like mad people. Are like, "What are you doing, bruh? I told y'all what I was doing. Stop bothering me."
Hey, put that time aside. But man, I'm at a loss for words because I knew something was wrong with him, and people was laughing.
Yeah, with the picture.
Yeah, he did like a picture and a video about it, and you know not the excuse, but the reasoning that they gave for it was that he was naturally skinny and that he bulks up for these roles, and I was like, nah, bro,
his face ain't like
that. I'm naturally skinny. His face was starting to sink in. You could tell he was losing weight, and I'm like, this man is sick, and I hope he's all right. And then not even a month and a half later, he's gone. And this man has had a very prolific career in that time, and he's played like some big roles. You got Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, T'Challa himself, like all of this, and this man was just getting started. And his career kind of took off when he was a little older. Yeah. And that's the saddest part about it is, you know, he gave us everything he had, and he was doing all of this. And he had stage 3 cancer at the time, and he was 39 years old. And the whole time he's fighting this, he's entertaining us. So you good, Jabri?
I ain't crying, man.
Your eyeballs starting to get a little jiggly.
Your speech got to me, man. Your speech got to me, you know.
Yeah, man.
One thing that was definitely messed up about all that, you know, people bullied the hell out of him.
Bro.
To the point he had to take pictures off of his own account or just things online, and then everybody's like, "Oh, you know, never bully anybody, this and that. You don't know what anybody's going through." But you was probably one of those motherfuckers just on there too. It's
just talking,
crazy, and
just talking.
One thing that definitely got out of my skin about him, one, just passing so early on, is when people were making posts about Chadwick, they were doing rest in peace, you know, to T'Challa, the Black Panther. They weren't actually recognizing him as a person.
Exactly, right.
Outside of him as a person, he played other Black roles, like you said, that were actual people. And, you know, in my mind, that would make more sense to be like, okay, if you're going to honor one of his roles, especially Black Panther, you know, drop the other roles first, you know. Jackie Robinson, I think it was on Jackie Robinson Day too, which was pretty nuts. But, you know, drop a Jackie Robinson post, you know, a Thurgood Marshall post, and then, you know, on the other end of it, speak about him, you know, not just Black Panther. Don't get me wrong, Black Panther influenced so many kids, you know, people who love seeing him in that role, and not just Black kids too, everybody. But
next level, man.
Yeah, he was great. He was great.
And what's hard for me to talk about is, and I'm starting to water up a little bit talking about it, but it's kind of dark, so you can't see my eyes, and I got these big ass glasses on, so you don't get the privilege of seeing my eyeballs jiggle. Best believe that.
What?
Nigga said his eyeballs was jiggling.
What?
That's out.
But
I'm keeping that shit.
What makes it really hard is when I went to go see Civil War, cried at the scene when everybody was on screen at once.
You cried?
Yes, because the little kid inside of me that said, "Oh, that'll never happen. That'll never on screen." I'm sitting here in the movie theaters like a jackass with popcorn and a Avengers hat on and Captain America sunglasses.
This is like
I'm
last week.
sitting there watching the movie.
Yeah, like this wasn't even like
tears.
10 years ago. This was like a year ago. I
This
need
is like
y'all
a
to
year
paint the
ago.
picture
No,
like
no,
this
no,
man
no.
was a full grown man.
I,
Like, he was 23 years old, going to a goddamn movie theater, with all this shit on,
I was a whole
full
grown man crying.
crying.
And it was just the beauty of it, man, because it's just like, as somebody who's been reading comics and watching all these movies, and you know, I knew about the Black Panther, and I never ever thought that there would be a Black Panther movie, yet alone a Black Panther in a fully realized Marvel universe, and all of them are on screen at once. It blew my mind, and for somebody that was a part of something so special to be suffering and he couldn't even say nothing, it breaks my heart.
Bro, shout out to his
Tough.
shout out to his circle, because they didn't say nothing at all either.
Yeah, his team.
They probably didn't know.
That's
Solid.
loyalty.
No,
I mean,
they
like
probably-
his
That's
family and his
not
friends
true.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And
But
I'm pretty
still.
sure some of the actors might have known. Maybe I don't know. But
Yeah.
it's like, I want a circle like that, man. They ain't say, if I tell you something, if I'm sick and I tell you not to say nothing, if you say something, bro, hey.
But
Cough.
it's not like we can't even find circles like that.
Like-
His circle was strong because he was a millionaire. Nobody wanted to get cut off.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Wow.
You're not
Yeah,
wrong.
like our
I
circle's
mean,
not-
low key. I mean, you're not
Our
wrong,
circle's-
but at the same time,
yeah, like
I
our
mean,
circle
we
are
don't-
weak because we're poor. If we had more bread in our pocket, niggas would be hella loyal.
I ain't poor.
I'm like medium poor. Hold on now.
Okay, sorry, I'm
I'm
poor.
above average.
I'm poor.
No, like I'm on like I heard this earlier and I didn't know what the fuck it meant. This no offense, this white girl, she said we were low middle class
Why you sound like that?
because she said it.
Is that how white women sound?
Oh
No, this-
my god.
I got you. No, I ain't gonna do it. But
I was gonna say do a biz intimidation.
know.
Intimidation? What?
I got you.
Intimidation?
Clandis, you're always working on music. You never have time for me. What'd she say the other day? Who is this bitch on your Instagram? No, but like she said, like this girl was like, we were low middle class, and I didn't know what the fuck that meant. So I guess that means like you're broke, but you're broke around white people. So that's me. Like I'm broke, but broke around rich white people. You get me? Like I'm broke enough that my kids will go to good white schools. You know what I mean?
In a weird Dave Chappelle kind of way. I understand.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I get it.
Like we're real life broke enough to just, or rich enough to stay here, and that's it.
That's it. None of that
They want to go on
special
our
weird
boat?
stuff.
Nah, I can't afford that.
Yeah, no, for real. Like my boss would be like, "Oh, let's go." Like he likes to go to Twin Peaks, obviously because of the titties. Who doesn't want to go to Twin Peaks? It's like I don't know if y'all know what Twin Peaks is.
I know what Twin Peaks is.
Yeah.
And Hooters and Tilt the Kilt.
Tilt the Kilt, I've only been once, but Twin Peaks.
I've been to Tilt the Kilt. Last time I was at
I
Tilt the
went
Kilt
to
was like in New York.
That's in New York. That's
Yeah,
what
that
I'm
was
saying.
the last time I've been there.
The Twin Peaks is where it's at. Yeah. They don't wear shit at Twin Peaks. They just be in the goddamn underwear, like that ass. Oh, she knocked on the door. She heard it. Anyway,
Run.
they be asking me to go out there, and I just don't be. I'd be like, nah, I can't do it. I'm broke.
I can't support man.
Yeah, $12 burgers. Fuck out of here. Go to McDonald's and get you $1 one.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, when it comes to Chadwick, dude was really humble, but like in order to keep something like that secret for so long, he's an A-list actor. I consider him to be an A-list actor at this point.
Yeah.
He was somebody who was big enough to where like the paparazzi would catch him in places and people would take pictures with him, but we don't know how deep of a secret this was. Like, I guarantee almost nobody knew, because if everybody knew, that probably would stop him from pursuing certain roles, because they couldn't have somebody that wasn't dependable and wouldn't be there and wouldn't have that physicality. They wouldn't be healthy. There's a lot of things that come with people who are cancer survivors, and a lot of time they're drained. So he had enough money to keep all of that stuff leveled and get his surgeries and be where he needed to be, while also getting ready for these roles. So it's, man, I give a hats off to him, because
he did a lot. That's crazy that he was even able to do all that. For real.
Yeah. And you seen the way he looked in Black Panther? And this man at that time had stage 4 cancer? You telling me my skinny ass can't even keep my 6-pack together? But this man had an 8-pack?
Like, you want to know something? I'm going to tell y'all a quick story about Kenny, all right? So, Kenny,
Jesus Christ.
We used to be on the same football team. Kenny was real life crazy. Like, I used to really think that Kenny was crazy, and I'm going to tell you why. He was the smartest person I ever met, though. But this man, it was like freezing outside. New York weather. It's like -10 probably.
Yep.
We still had fucking football practice. It's snowing outside. We're all sitting there crying, ready to go home. This nigga Kenny would piss me off because he would run past me. It's all in your head, bro. It's all in your head. Yeah, like, it's not cold. It's all in your head. I'd be like, Kenny, shut the fuck up. It's -10 degrees out here. My fucking toe about to fall off. You trying to tell me it's not cold out here because it's in my head?
It's just a little cold.
Nah, Kenny used to kill me with that shit. That was like every practice, like always, no matter what. It'd be hot as fuck. It's all in your head. No, it's not, Kenny. My body is falling apart, bro. I just broke my arm in 3 places, Kenny. It's not
all
my
in your head. It's all in your head. Fucking shit, it's all in your head, but my arm.
Yeah, it's no longer in my head. Like, it's out of my arm at this point.
I just tore my ACL 67 times.
All in your head.
I can't even start right there.
Oh my God.
So my prayers go out to the family of Mr. Chadwick Boseman. Man, you will be missed, and it's sad that we couldn't have you around any longer. And one small micro topic that we can lean into. Damn, voice is cracking. That we can lean into.
I started crying on. I was like, "No, Kenny, no,
no, you ain't gonna get me."
First rule of TV is don't cry on TV.
You don't cry in the car and on TV.
Are you ever drinking orange juice? Orange juice?
What is that?
No.
How do y'all go about kind of like thinking about your own mortality when stuff like this happens?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think, man, you have to live every day kind of like it's your last day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't live with regrets, but learn from your mistakes that could make you regretful. So you can't say you make a mistake in life, man. You got to keep going and learn from it. Don't sit there and like let that burn in your mind. And you gotta, because you never know, man. You never like this can be the last time we all talk right here. Like, shut up, right?
Yeah.
And all right, Thanos. And
I was gonna
say and you gotta, and I'm not good at this at all, because I really don't like to talk to people that I just minding my business. But talking to your family more, your friends more, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're always talking to them, because you never know when you might lose one of them, and you never know when you might be lost yourself. So that's how I think about it, man. You just got to keep
and do what you want to do. Do what you want to do.
Yeah, don't let nobody tell you otherwise, man. Unless it's illegal.
Yeah. Fuck all this shit. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, just keep doing what you want to do. Like, fuck it. You're gonna die one day anyway.
If you want to go to Twin Peaks every day, go to Twin Peaks every day.
Betty White.
Yeah.
No, going to Twin Peaks every day, man. You need
sorry.
therapy.
I like the burgers, man.
A video on the internet of my shorty beating my ass in the middle of Twin Peaks.
That's not funny, boy.
Yes, it is.
I'm getting smacked. I roll into a big ass thing of titties, just bounce right back. Actually, wouldn't be too bad.
you dumb, bro. Dumb.
But,
Anyway.
JC, you got anything? That man is Stevie Wondered out. He's
Hey, he got the eye surgery. Proud of him.
Did he? Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Whole time? I bet he wasn't blind at all. Whole
He
time.
wasn't. He's not blind.
Hey,
I
You
swear
see
to
him
God.
catch the microphone
Oh, yeah, I
when the
heard
mic
about
was
that.
falling
Like,
and he caught the mic?
One now, blind. I'm like, bro, stop.
He's partial blind.
bro. That time Eddie Murphy said they was driving, then he took the.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, fuck all that. Whole time, I guarantee you that man could see he was definitely trying to get that bag, and I don't hate him for it. Get your bag.
But you
That's
swing on him, he'll flinch.
Craziest. I heard it too, but if it's true for real,
I mean, but the only thing is, I don't understand why he lied about it because I feel like it didn't really get him a bigger bag. He was already dumb talented, so.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't-
now Stevie has had some swag at certain points throughout his career, but he had some questionable fashion choices.
He need to go
Kinda
that
blind.
wasn't him. Bro, they
towards
was
that-
dressing that man up. He couldn't see.
Towards the exactly.
Nah, but at the same time,
That was the ploy. He did that
Yeah.
so you think you
I was gonna
blind.
say he wants y'all to think he
Raised
blind.
back like this. On his
Nah, he need to
forehead.
cut that shit off, bro. Like that shit been pushed back since I was born, man. Like shit needs to
No, but
go.
real talk is like I really feel like he was never blind. I feel like my man just like capped so hard he couldn't get out of it. Like one day he
Have
told
you
him,
talked to a really
They
good
went with
blind
it.
person? That sounded terrible.
"Look, man, I don't
A
care.
really good blind person.
Capped. He's a capper. My man's out here lying on the blind people. He's not one of them.
Yeah, 'cause I'm about to say, where's the next blind pian?
You don't have to be anymore because people just like accept you for your talent nowadays. Maybe back then, like it was
You
like,
gotta do
we
something.
got, like 6 niggas in here that can sing and play piano. Like, what makes you different? He's like, nigga,
I'm blind. He's like, I'm blind,
I can't
nigga.
see
He's like,
nothing.
oh, shit.
He said, I do this shit without even looking. What? Yeah, nigga, I'm blind.
While he's looking the guy right in the fucking face, like not even blind.
Like, yeah, nigga, you ain't know it, but I can't fucking see you right now. But I see you.
My gosh. On that note, all right. Where can we find everybody?
Chris Carter Music on everything. I just dropped 2 songs on YouTube today that are pretty trash. So go check them out and tell me how trash they are.
So I shouldn't do a react to him.
No, hey, actually, you should do a react to this song that I'm about to drop, but you should do it before I drop it on some OD exclusive shit.
We talk offline. We talk after this.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty. That sounds fun. Don't look me on Facebook because I don't get on that bitch, and plus,
That's weird.
nobody shows love on Facebook. Nobody shows love on Facebook. Fuck Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
Say it. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's all.
Jabri, where they can find you at?
You can find me right here on the
Steven
channel this
Barry.
videos on,
Said, meet him in the
TV.
trap. It's going down.
Jabriz 07 TV. I might start streaming, so you catch me on there. I think it's Jabriz 007 _.
That's my man's at the mall on the weekends. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring back Stephen Barry's, Stephon Marbury shoes. But anyway, yeah, man,
Well, I think I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm about to start wearing just like some off-brand shit and get sponsored. I'm gonna bring his shoes back. I'm gonna hit him up.
Good luck.
Yeah, he in China still. I don't know where he at.
You can get them cheap.
It's just already cheap as fuck, bro.
It's like $5 at this point.
He's gonna pay you to wear them. You don't even gotta buy it, bro. Here's $20 and here's the shoes.
JC, where can they find you at, man?
Taking your a pair of Stephen Marbury shoes up there, and the dude at the register's like, really? Like, are you sure? We got some Nikes over here.
I was like, I can't let you leave with these.
Yeah, facts. Like, yo, leave, get out. What? Yeah, we're not selling you these. Get out. These ain't
Yo.
for sale.
His shoes look like if you took an Air Force One and you
Yeah.
stuck it in a fire and you let it mold to your foot.
Yeah, that shit
Ugly,
looks
bro.
ugly.
Even the logo was ugly.
It's the start, but I mean, yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
he
like
got
a
it tattooed on
weird
his
thing.
head.
Yeah, man. JC, where can we find you at?
Just say, where can we find you
All
at?
right, let's get
This what we just gassing this nigga.
Facts. Nah, y'all can find me on Instagram on the two places, prospect_athlete or KPODB Fitness. We just dropped some more posts today to help y'all get motivated to move that body and get some workouts in. Find me on YouTube at KODB Productions. I got some stuff I got to post back up there. You know, a lot of stuff been going on lately. You can find me on Twitch as well at Mystic Impact. I stream Wednesday through Sunday. And other days, I'm just making music or chilling, hanging out with these dudes. So hit them up.
How you pronounce your Instagram?
All right.
Ken.
All right.
Yo,
You find me
Ken.
at
You see that right there? You spell it backwards.
Yeah, like we're about to have to. I think we just need to like start putting his shit in the top corner because
right there.
Hey, no, that's
You
what
find
you
me
do
at,
though. Honestly, when you edit them, just drop the link like on
Yeah.
the corner of one of our spots so everybody
Yeah.
can see. Oh, that's specifically who they are.
Oh, we still
Oh yeah,
recording.
that'll be easier.
he
I'm
said
at
we're still
Savad
Hey,
underscore
shit.
Nakatre.
His job hard as shit. We just saying a bunch of fucked up shit.
We'll
Where can we
edit it
find?
in post.
Damn, nigga. Where can we find you, Ken?
Oh, shit. You'll
Yeah.
find me at I said it once, but everybody was talking. You can find me at Savad Nakatre. It is SIVAD underscore NEKATRE.
We're gonna
And-
change that name.
This man said, Savannah Country.
Yeah, I'm a whisper it in your ear.
Try to
real
be
slowly.
sexy and stuff. All the links are
Real
going to be in the
slowly.
description as always, guys.
Out of country. He's. Are you? Where are you at, Ken?
I'm in Texas.
Oh fuck that.
Probably like 15 minutes for me. Honestly.
Now is it, nigga? Yeah.
Once again, this is Black and Highly Favored. We will see y'all later.
Yo.
Sound like a ramen noodle brand.
Black and
Hey, you can cut it, Jabri, cut it.
What flavor you want?
Nah, keep it rolling.
I can't find the button. There it is.